Okay, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to have presence in a lane as a support player. Now I know a lot of you watching this are probably AD carry players and have come here from watching my AD carry videos. However, I feel like it's really important to sort of know both roles of bottom lane in order to have maximum efficiency in the lane, because if you understand how to play support at a decent level, then the chances are you'll probably understand a decent level support player what they're going to do. So it makes your 2v2s easier, especially with a random support player, because you know sort of what's going to go on. So for any of you AD carry players out there, really do learn support. I'm going to pause the game and talk super quick. The Taric splashed because we had a quick level 1 sort of skirmish thing. So I know the Taric splashed. We're playing Alistar Graves versus Ezreal Taric, which in my mind is a better matchup for them because Alistar support has gone quite a lot out of fashion recently. People playing Sona, Blitzcrank, Lulu, that kind of thing nowadays more than Alistar. So I'm going to go over positions. I'm going to draw a couple of things on the game and show you how having presence in a lane is actually a really important thing as a support player. And it's something I see a lot of players do badly. And do bear in mind here, I have Ignite, and it's not really for a reason. I just messed up my summoners, but that's sort of irrelevant in this video. It doesn't actually change a thing. I'm going to show you an example of a bad support play and a bad positional awareness and sort of presence in the lane after this clip, so stay tuned for that. But, right, first drawings, here we go. I'm going to use red for the enemy and blue for us. So, against a Taric, they're always going to stand here, and everyone should know this, that's why I have a ward here. Warding early is very key if you want to win your lane sort of dominantly, I guess, because it lets you see any plays you can make, especially someone like Alistar, because it's a playmaker hero. So, bearing in mind we have a ward here. See a lot of players, I'm going to use blue for us, a lot of players would stand here, or here, or sort of here, just behind the graves in general, but that is the wrong thing to do because it makes you have absolutely no lane presence. It means that my graves can get hit sort of whenever they feel like hitting him, which is just, it's useless. You're not playing your melee support character. This goes for any melee support character. You're not playing your melee support character properly, and you're actually losing your lane more often just because you're not having the correct presence in your lane. So let's watch what goes on a little bit here, and I'll show you where having presence actually really makes a difference. So here Ezreal's sort of trying to poke Graves a bit. I'm still sort of, I'm going to keep here's a really key thing, is good players will keep a line with their AD carrier and their support. You see, we're in a line. That's because sort of when you engage, you go full on sort of this way, or they go this way into people. If you keep a line, you both get there relatively at the same time. So always try and keep a line with your AD carry, don't be behind it. You can be in front of it, but never be behind that line. Sort of imagine you're playing rugby, you don't want to be you want to be in a line, but only like a diagonal line, I guess. So let's clear this really quick. Now, Ezreal's poking Graves, nothing I can do about that at this point. This is something really worth mentioning here, because we're going to go back really super quick here and just see where this Graves played wrong. Why is he ever there? Okay, go back. Right. Use blue for us again. Graves knows Taric is in this box because he has a ward. He can 100% see that Taric is in this box. Now, when you know they have someone like Taric who has the potential to stun you, and you're only level 1, so you don't have dash or anything to get away, you want to be over here, or even in extreme circumstances over here. The worst place you can be is on sort of if you split the lane in half. Imagine the lane's in half. You do not want to be on this side at all, because it's the worst place you can be. You're just letting Taric get a free stun on you when you know he has no flash, so you're actually at an advantage. So you want to be as far away from the bush as you can while still sort of being safe. So let's watch this back and let's see where the Graves makes a mistake, and where me having presence in the lane because I'm stood in this bush and we know Taric is here actually makes a difference. I'll watch it at a bit slower speed just so I can sort of break it down a bit better. Okay, so here, it's hard to describe what goes on here. Basically, Graves thinks Ezreal's going to attack him, which he is going to attack him here, and rather than walking back this way, like most players would, he sort of does a little sidestep here, and then this lets Tarek walk at him with no flash, remember, and get a free stun. Now, if I was back here, this was 100% a dead graze. Even if I stood here, it's 100% a dead graze. But because I'm in this bush waiting for something like this to happen, we turn the situation around pretty well. And Tarek walks up, and this is something you have to think about as a support player, is where is their AD carry player going to go so I can land whatever I want to be landing. Now, I'm thinking in my mind here, I'm lined up with them pretty much, and that's good for a flash pulverize. But they're not out of position enough in here to get a kill without sort of sacrificing that graze. So their Ezreal is going to walk around here because he has to land his Q. So he's going to walk around to land a Q onto our graves. Tarek is probably going to walk up after he stuns. He's going to stun here and walk up probably to about, I guess here, is going to be Tarek's movement pattern. So my movement pattern has to be something along the lines of here to here to land a pulverize. Now, that has to be how they're going to play. You have to be thinking about this on the fly, because if you're not thinking about this on the fly, ultimately you're going to end up wasting your flash to land a pulverize that you didn't actually have to flash for. So let's watch how this plays out. I melee one time, Graves gets stunned. Ezreal walks around to where I predicted he'd walk around to. I get a double pulverize, a second melee on Tarek, a third, fourth melee on Tarek, fifth melee on Tarek, and then sixth melee on Tarek. And then here, I insta leveled my headbutted Ezreal into the wall, and then got the kill on Ezreal. Let's rewind this really, really quick so I can go over a couple of things which will actually benefit you greatly in being a support player. This is the really, really big one here. Is you notice I leveled up exactly here. I positioned myself. Well, I wouldn't like say it was 100% perfect positioning because Tarek led the positioning, but I positioned myself after I killed him into a place where if I wanted to hit Ezreal, it would be the ideal sort of headbutt angle, I guess you could say. So we clear that. Watch how fast I level my headbutt here. I just leveled up, and as soon as I leveled up, basically it's insta-leveled, and I headbutt him into the wall. So for any of you players that don't already use control to level up, you really, really, really should start using control to level up, because it makes plays like that possible. If I had to click here and then sort of level up my headbutt that way, there's no way I would have got a click, and then my mouse goes all the way back over here, and then clicked on him back in time. So the Ezreal dies, whatever. And that's basically like, the Graves did mess up, because there's absolutely no way the Graves actually should have got stunned there, because he had more movement speed than Tarek. He has 350 movement speed, whereas Tarek only has 318. So there's no actual way Graves should have got stunned by a Tarek when he had clear vision of him because of this ward. But he did, and because of my lane presence and positioning, it led us to getting a double kill, which actually should have been a Graves death, and then him missing out on a lot of creep kills and a lot of experience, and probably ultimately them winning the lane. But because I know how to play sort of with presence, I stood here and not here. And I hope this sort of gets into your mind, even as AD carry players, that you have to have some sort of presence in the lane, because otherwise you're just going to lose. Especially against things like Sona, Caitlyn and stuff like that. Without presence, you're just dead. So that's probably all I wanted to show for this replay. Okay, so we're back a little bit here. And again, I'm having massive presence in the lane right now, because we just got this double kill. We're 2 levels ahead pretty much of them in theory, and they have to be coming back into lane sometime soon. So my Graves is here, killing creeps, whatever. I don't care. My headbutt angle is here onto a wall. That's where I want to be sat. I'm not scared because we can beat Tarek Ezreal at this point of the game. And you'll see how key having presence is. A lot of players here would be thinking, right, they could be jungle ganking because I haven't ordered. We haven't seen their jungle. They could be jungle ganking. But that's kind of the wrong attitude to have, because if you want to dominate your lane and ultimately end up carrying the game, which is the point of this, you don't want to just win, you want to carry the game. I see a lot of players would stand either here or sort of here. but you need to keep your aggressiveness up once you started it. So, watching how this pays off in yet another kill, I'm pretty sure. He walks straight into the headbutt angle. It's a free headbutt, into a free pulverize, into a death, again for Ezreal. I get out, and I use my flash, which maybe wasn't the best play. But it just shows you, having presence is that important. It literally makes you snowball the lane that much harder. And I know that Ezreal was pretty stupid to walk back in like that, but to be fair to him, he didn't have any vision of me, and he's probably used to playing players that once they get 2 kills, that's it, they're done. They don't want to do anything more. They're too scared to sort of try for another kill, and he wasn't probably expecting somebody to do that to him. So, something to think about. Like, players aren't always going to play perfectly. Like, someone will probably comment, "Oh, why did Ezreal walk back into lane blind?" But players don't always play perfectly. That's the best answer to that question. And you have to abuse the fact that they don't play perfectly. So again, here we're going to talk about presence. I know there's a ward here. I've seen them place the ward. That's not going to stop me. You see, probably about level 4 or level 5, I'm going to get in their face. Now again, this is another thing. I'm going to pause quick. This is something I'm doing better than their support, which a lot of people don't actually realise is going on. Is, again, I'm in a line with my AD carry, so that nothing can get to him before I get here to stop them getting to him. Now if you look at their support player, he's miles back here. When they have a ward, remember. He is a mile back. So this Ezreal is free open to anything we want to do to him. Gray's going to be poking him, we can do anything we want, because this Taric is nowhere near to stop. Now, look at this presence I'm having. It's actually mental. Like, we've been back and forth, so I've got a heart of gold. I'm extremely strong right now. And look where I am in their face. Like, I am really, really, really stupidly in their face. Like, I'm not even in my Grace range right now. But I know they can't kill me. They don't have the damage right now to kill me before we sort of just re-engage on them, I guess is what I want to call it, and then kill them in return. So, having presence, don't be scared to be up here. They're not going to do anything to you. Just don't be scared. Now at this point in the game, we saw Shyvana coming. I think we possibly may know. We probably don't, because judging by how far forward I am, I wouldn't be there if I knew Shyvana was coming. But my presence actually gets us a kill on Shyvana. I engage onto Ezreal here. That was actually a really strange headbutt. Okay, so we get the headbutt onto Ezreal. Whatever, we don't kill him. That was a insane flash by our Graves. Just flashes straight in there. I guess he kills the Ezreal. Yep. And now we see Shyvana coming back into lane. Now, it's hard to say what a lot of support players would do at this point. If I was scared, I'd probably be thinking something along the lines of... What would I be thinking? Do I know if he has stun or not? He doesn't have stun. So, we can kill this Shyvana here. Now, again, this is another thing to note if you're playing Alistar, is I walk towards my AD carry, so we put us into like the range of pulverize. This Shyvana is going to walk into this pulverize, and so is Taric, because they're both melee heroes, they have to. So I should get a double pulverize here. I just get a headbutt, okay, that works. Double pulverize. Again, melee damage all day. Melee, melee, melee. I think I'm trying to emphasize here how much you can melee as a melee support hero. I see players that just use their skills as a melee support hero, but in reality, your melee hits actually do quite a bit of damage. That's probably it for now for showing Alistar. That's how you snowball a lane. My Gray's already 3-0-1 and has just like insane items in comparison to this Ezreal. It's like another Doran and a Bam Center and 4 times his CS basically. That's how you snowball a lane as a support player. Like, my Graves played well there, I'm not going to deny that. But at the same time, it was pretty much me that made the play that started to snowball the lane, because Graves actually messed up by getting stunned. But my presence actually sort of turned it back round and got us a kill. Right, so basically this is the best example of like not having presence I could find. I'm gonna draw a bit of a line here. As you can see, really, my Blitzcrank should be about here, because then it's in line with me, so I can still safely kill these creeps. And Kog'Maw can't really come at me, because if he comes at me, then it's a free hook here. I'm going to play this scenario out in half speed, so you can see how this sort of ends up. And basically the Lulu, I'm pretty sure, is going to come and attack me. And if Blitzcrank had some kind of presence, we would have killed her for sure. So, again, like, this is really not what you want to be doing as a Blitzcrank especially. Yeah, there's quite a lot of creeps here. But you're a Blitzcrank and his mana barrier is up and he has exhaust. So him being all the way back here is just completely useless to me. And if you look at Kog'Maw's HP, he only has about 400 HP. That's killable by me in maybe three attacks with an E and an Ignite. So if I can actually have enough presence, if Blitzcrank was here, I could in theory push up here and kill Kog'Maw. But that's not how it's going to go, because Blitzcrank just has no presence in his lane at this point. So here is another really good example. Is this here? Lulu's coming at me here, and look where Blitzcrank is. It's like I'm just getting poked by Lulu here. Poked by free for free completely. And Blitzcrank is just not doing anything. And look at the HP I got this guy too. He's almost dead. If Blitzcrank would have came forward and just punched at Lulu there, that would have been a kill for me, 100%. So I mean, having presence is super important, especially on heroes like Blitzcrank. And this is the kind of situation where if you actually had proper lane presence, it would have ended up in a lot better situation. I'm going to also point out another thing here, is that our bush just got warded here. There's a ward here. But that doesn't mean that you can't stand here and still have some sort of presence, or stand here and have some sort of presence, or even just here is good. Him being all the way back here, he's not even missing out on experience, I think. And it's just making me have to play way more safe than I'd like to, because it's a Blitzcrank's lane, we should be aggressive. And I'm missing creep kills, and now he wastes his hook, and this is another thing, don't waste your hook if you're Blitzcrank, because then you actually have no presence at all, especially when you're back there. So I say I get poked for free, because he can just glitter lance me and I can't do a single thing about it. And Blitzcrank towards the bush, but he's still way too far back, like, there's no presence. It's basically a 1v2 lane for me at this point. It's something you really don't want to do. You should still be aggressive, even if the heavy ward is, because you're Blitzcrank. Like even now, that could have been a Lulu kill, but Blitzcrank wasted his hook for no reason, so. Hopefully this video helps you play support a bit better, and you win more bottom lanes because of it. If there's a video you'd like me to make, please leave me a comment as always, and I'll try and get around to it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching this video.